Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you open this video, Mr. Virga and dear all of my friends, first of all, thank you for the time, the place, and the space for us to present our presentation about the function of studying literature. Uh, We are from the second group. Uh, it is me, Fadila Junianto, and Indri Safitri. And I believe that our materials, our presentation is too far from perfection because of a limit of time and opportunity to research the material. So we say sorry if the material is not complete or good according to Mr. Virga or according to uh, all of my friends, all of you. Um, Indri and I from second group, we are going to present about the function of studying literature, the second topic of our subject, literary. Yeah, the first topic, that is the definition, was already explained by Mas Abdul. So we are going to explain the function after the definition. But first of all, let me explain our purpose of presentation. Yeah. So our purpose of presentation is to develop an understanding of the importance of literature as a vital source of cultural knowledge in everyday life. Jadi diharapkan kita semua setelah belajar dan juga menyimak uh, presentasi ini, kita bisa memahami pentingnya kesusastraan atau sastra itu sebagai sesuatu yang vital di keseharian kita dan juga sebagai pengetahuan juga ya. Oke, next. Oke, it was already explained by Mas Abdul about the definition, but I going to uh, explain a little bit again about the literature. This is from Wikipedia. Literature is any collection of written work, but it is also used more narrowly for writings specifically considered to be an art form, especially prose fiction, drama, and poetry. Ya, jadi sastra ini adalah koleksi dari tulisan-tulisan tangan yang juga dispesifikkan sebuah art ya atau sebuah seni ya, terutama di prosa-prosa, fiksi, drama, dan juga puisi. Ada juga novel dan film juga sebenarnya ya. Itu sedikit dari definisi. Lalu kita akan memfunction. I want to explain first about why we should study literature. The main question is, what is literature for? Yeah. So we are going to explain about why, and then we are going to explain about the functions. Okay, why study literature? First, why we should or must study literature is a time saver. So literature gives us access to a range of emotions and events that would take years, decades, or even centuries, millenniums even, yeah, to experience directly, to us experience directly. And also, literature is the simulator that can put us in situation we could never directly witness, such as divorce, killing, being old, being a president, etc. Jadi sastra ini bisa menghemat waktu kita gitu. Walaupun mungkin kalau membaca buku itu terlihat menghabiskan banyak waktu ya, tapi sebenarnya kalau kita telaah mungkin ya lebih lanjut, kita bisa mendapatkan berbagai ekspresi, emosi, dan juga kondisi ya, yang dimana kita itu harus mengalaminya beberapa tahun ke depan, bahkan beberapa puluh tahun ke depan di dunia nyata. Kita bisa mengalami itu hanya dengan membaca buku, hanya dengan membaca puisi, hanya dengan menonton film. Gitu. Contohnya kayak ini, perceraian, gitu, membunuh gitu, yang tentunya membunuh ini tidak tidak kita lihat secara langsung dalam daily basis ya, dalam sehari-hari gitu, atau menjadi tua, atau juga menjadi seorang presiden dengan banyak permasalahan negara gitu, atau mungkin dalam konteks lain seperti ikut peperangan gitu, sesuatu yang kita tidak alami mungkin selama hidup kita nanti gitu. Okay, that's the first point. We go to the second. Literature makes us nicer. So, literature performs the basic magic of showing us what things look like from someone else's point of view. It allows us to consider the consequences of our actions on others in a way we otherwise wouldn't, and it shows us examples of kindly, generous, and sympathetic people. Jadi literatur ini juga mengajarkan kita tentang apa itu kebaikan, apa itu keburukan, bagaimana kita memandang sesuatu dari point of view atau sudut pandang yang lain. Bagaimana ketika kita misalkan menjadi orang kaya, tamak misalkan, atau ketika kita menjadi orang miskin gitu, diceritakan dalam beberapa bacaan atau literatur ya. Kalau contohnya sendiri, saya mengambil ada dua, yaitu Huckleberry Finn dan juga Wizard of Oz. Ini short story yang kita pelajari ya. We already discussed in first semester in vocabulary in use subject with Miss Ami ya. Huckleberry Finn itu kan mengajarkan tentang kindness, tentang kebaikan, dan juga ada Wizard of Oz that contains good and evil. We have Wicked Witch of North and South that is evil. They are evil, and also we have a good wizard that is the Wicked Witch of West and East. It is example of the point two. Let's carry on. The the third is literature is a cure for loneliness. This is interesting, yeah. So literature can explain something that we cannot get in real life. In the best book, it's as if the writer knows us better than we know ourselves. They find the words to describe our feelings and spatial experiences of our inner lives. For example, the experience of the wizarding world, the feeling when talking to animals, the anxiety we felt while gathering at the party or at something, the experience of meeting a new person on the train, and the envy when a friend told us of their new business. Jadi bacaan itu juga bisa menyembuhkan kita dari kesendirian ya. Sepertinya kayak penulis-penulis itu tahu sesuatu yang kita nggak bisa ungkapkan di dunia nyata gitu. Dan juga penulis itu bisa menggambarkan sesuatu di dunia maya atau dunia fiksi gitu. Seperti contohnya Harry Potter itu kan pengalaman tentang dunia sihir. Terus ada juga mungkin film atau novel tentang bagaimana kita itu bisa berbicara dengan binatang, atau juga ada suatu kondisi di mana kita merasa cemas ketika kita berkumpul bersama teman-teman gitu, mungkin party-party gitu ya, yang kita nggak bisa ekspresikan itu di dunia nyata gitu. Tapi kita bisa, seolah-olah penulis itu bisa menebak apa perasaan kita ya, dan juga bertemu orang dalam kereta, orang baru, bagaimana orang ini apakah nantinya akan menyenangkan atau tidak gitu. Dan yang terakhir, rasa cemburu atau rasa iri ya ketika teman kita pamer. That's for the third point. Let's go next. And the last ya, literature prepares us for failure. So every day, media takes us into stories of failure. A lot of literature is also about failure. In one way or another, a great many novels, films, or poems are about people who messed up, who failed. Yeah. For example, people who killed their partner because of money, and people who died after running up some debt. From their stories, we can learn and avoid obstacles that can lead us to failure. Ya. Jadi literatur atau sastra ini juga mengajarkan tentang memberitahu kita tentang apa itu kegagalan sehingga kita bisa menghindari cara-cara tersebut agar kita tidak terjatuh dalam jurang kegagalan gitu. Contohnya kalau saya contohkan di sini, why the camera? Ya, the example is Steve Jobs. The story of Steve Jobs is a memoir, ya, biography of Steve Jobs. How he fail, how he uh, berjuang, ya, untuk akhirnya bisa memiliki karya-karya yang monumental gitu, yang bisa bermanfaat sampai sekarang gitu. Okay, that's all 4 points of why we should study literature. Okay, the next is the functions, and the functions will be carry on by Mbak Indri. Please.
Okay. The function. Entertainment. Even though we live in the digital age with all forms of entertainment at our fingertips, a lot of people still enjoy reading books to entertain themselves. After all, books can take you anywhere without you even leaving your couch, and they can provide you with hours of fun. Gaining vocabulary. The vocabulary in literature is often more challenging than that in magazines or like books. Many of us might be unfamiliar with the language used in books published in the past. A person's vocabulary is expanded by reading a wide range of literature. The study of literature is a great way to exchange language skills for those learning new language. Learn about histories. People say history repeats itself if we don't learn from it. Literature offers a unique way to engage with history. It is much more exciting than learning a timeline or memorizing facts, regardless of the book's fiction or focus. Readers are exposed to perspective from the time when it was written. Improve communication skill. Reading improves a reader's ability to write, which helps them to become a better communicator. This extends to their daily interaction and conversation as well. Every aspect of life requires good communication, from career to personal relationship. When people are exposed to literature at a young age, they are able to build communication skill right away. Reading helps adults enhance their communication skill. Gaining moral value. Literature may impact moral values to its readers. The moral contained in a literary text, whether good or bad, absorbed by whoever read it. Education. Literature teaches us many things about the human experience. Literature is used to portray the facts of life that we see. It gives a chance to feel and experience things. We can learn things about life.
Okay, it's our wrap for our discussion, our presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Did you? And I hope we can get something from this presentation. That is the function of studying literature. Thank you again for Mr. Virga to give us the opportunity to us to present this topic. And see you on the next presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.